Hello.
Yes,
I know
continue.
what was the problem. So, we were recording, but it wasn't like streaming or something. I had to like select a button. Can you maybe like send a quick message that we like fixed it in Motion Creators and that we are now really live because nobody was able to join actually
You mean on
before
on on
on the school.
on school?
Yeah, because I would check real quick. Maybe someone wrote me on Instagram as well. What makes sense now? All right,
Okay.
that sucks a little bit.
Duh.
Hmm. All right. Uh, missed. All right, perfect.
You posted?
Now someone, the first guy was able to join. Hello. You can
Ah,
write in the chat. No, someone was able to join. All right, perfect, perfect. We fixed the problem. I am going to make Instagram. Hello, hello Lotte.
hey.
I'm just going to
I
make
was
a.
about I was about to make a post on school, but you said
Yeah, you
it's
can. Yes, you can still do it because I will make Insta post as well.
okay.
Real quick. Uh, we will start soon, Lotte, like in 2 minutes. I'm sorry, we are like technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, perfect. Let's go. Hello. Alright. It's working. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
And general discussion.
We will start in like 2 or 3 minutes when maybe some people realize that the link
I
is now
just made the
working.
post now.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, are we streaming as well on YouTube? Lenny, can you maybe write in the chat real quick?
Yeah, Lenny is already right in the chat. Say like, hello, let's go.
All right, because so Lotte, I think you were never in this call. She's actually from my Instagram, so
Mm.
this basically just we are talking about DaVinci Resolve, and if you have any question or specific questions, just let me know or write it in the chat. Hello, someone else joined. Very nice. Just let me know or write it in the chat. Aladdin will like read it out, and then yeah, we will answer all of your questions. So that's basically what's going to happen today. And yes, so if you
Yeah,
have any specific questions,
we
just
can
write in
we
chat.
can we can start by the question that I asked you, but
Hmm.
we you can explain, I guess, since everyone is joining right now.
All
So I
right.
was mainly working like interested about the DaVinci, and you mentioned that DaVinci basically can do Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects job, both of them together.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly right.
if you can tell me like from your point of view, since you have learned both,
Hmm.
what are the differences between DaVinci and After Effects, and which one is better in which way?
Yeah. So I think that DaVinci Resolve, if you look at it, is better as a whole and complete software if you want to edit a video from start to finish. So from making the basic raw cut to to using motion graphics, composition, color grading, sound design, and everything. Because in DaVinci Resolve you have integrated an editing page, a fusion page, a color grading page, and as well a Fairlight page, which I've never used in my life, but it's used for sound design. And you don't have that in After Effects or in Premiere Pro, because if you want to do all of that, you have to work together with Premiere Pro and After Effects. And I think that After Effects is a very, very good software when it comes to doing visual effects and motion graphics, um, because it's specialized on those subjects. So you're if you just want to do special effects and motion graphics, you're probably better to go with just After Effects. But if you want to be like a filmmaker or create social media content as a whole, I think it's easier to just use DaVinci Resolve because you can just switch between the different editing pages. So as you can see right here, we can just switch from the editing page to the Fusion page, change something in our animation, and then go back to the edit page to edit, I don't know, the sound design or something. And oh wait, what's going on? And I know that in Premiere Pro and After Effects you always have to switch programs, and especially if your PC isn't that well, it's also going to be very hard to handle those two like very hard softwares together. And yeah, that's basically it.
Interesting. Fair enough.
So, I
Ooh.
think we have some people who've joined. How many people? We're actually 8 people right now on the live stream. All right. I'm so glad that it worked out right now. Um,
For a second, I thought like we are alone here.
yeah, yeah, me too, me too. All right. Sounds like the people are happy about the stream. That's good. If you're new here or if you've never joined the call before, we are Oh wait, what happened? All right, it works. We're basically just answering questions based around DaVinci Resolve and editing. And it's more, I want to know how to do smooth spline animations. All right, that's perfect. So that's what I wanted to say. Just type in the chat what you need to know, what you want to learn, and then I'm just going to show it to you. All right. Um,
Would Would you mind before you start showing us the spline animation? Would you mind to show us like a video that you have created, including animation, and so on, with DaVinci?
yeah, sure.
Like maybe this one or some another one.
Yeah, sure. So since we're already in this project, I'm probably just going to start with this one, with this animation. I think it's pretty smooth, so I think I can answer your question pretty well with that. I like especially this Instagram background. So we're just going to jump into Fusion, and it's pretty simple to be honest. You just have to know where to go, and that's what I always like to say to everybody who wants to learn those programs. It's like to learn those programs is not crazy difficult. If you know the basics, then you're ready to go. It's a little bit like learning maths. If you have understood the basics, you can do everything you want very easily. So, um, we in the Fusion page we have our spline tool, and then we just have to find. All right, that's. I have to find where the animation was actually. Since this is a little bit older project, but I'm just no. I'm just going to create a new Fusion composition and show it to you live. I think that's maybe better. So I'm just going to create real quick a background. Oh no, yeah, white with a black circle. So um, for those of you who have like zero idea how to do this stuff, we can just talk about this node-based workflow after I just explained this. But if you want to animate something in Fusion, you always have to use the transform node. You can just click on your latest node and just press space, shift and spacebar, type in transform node, and it will add instantly the node into your node tree. And then we can just go into the inspector, click on it, and then control with the center X and Y values where we want our circle to be. So I'm just going to start the animation by letting at frame 0, and then I'm going to click on this little diamond icon to activate the first keyframe, and then I'm going to click maybe 20 or 25 frames after that and create my second keyframe. By just moving it around, it will instantly create the keyframe. Um, so as you can see now, it looks yeah pretty ass because it looks all. I think I explained it already in the last call. If we want to have our animations to look smooth, um, we have always to make them look naturally. And it's not a natural movement if something moves at a consistent speed and then instantly stops. So, or that doesn't look smooth. It's like if you're riding a car is also not, when it drives 200 miles per hour, it's also not just stopping like this. It's like stopping slowly, and that's what we want to create with the splines. So we can do this by just going or clicking on our transform node and then clicking on spline. And then if it doesn't show up, we can just take this and drag it into here. And then I would always recommend you to click on this button so you are able to see everything pretty nice. And the first thing I'm going to do is select both of them and click S on my keyboard. And as you can see, they are always like, or they are instantly doing those little curves or giving me those little handles. And that's where the magic is actually happening and where we can just drag them out. And what I see a lot of beginners are doing is two things, and this is killing the animations for them. The first thing is that they make the keyframes way too short. For example, like 10 frames. That's what I did when I was starting out as well. So as you can see, if it's like, now it's smoothened out, but it still looks not that good because it's like way too fast to look smooth. So I'm just going to make it double the length, and then I'm just going to drag those handle out a lot so that we have like very slow movement and uh, very slow movement at start and very slow movement at the end. And then we have it like this. Maybe this looks a little bit still not perfectly smooth. Ah, by the way, if you want to move those keyframes around like I'm doing it right now, just mark those two keyframes and click on this little icon, and then you're able to just drag them around. And I think we are getting somewhere pretty nice. Maybe a little bit longer. So you can see this animation is already going like almost 30 frames, but the main animation is maybe going like 10 or 15, but those little parts where they are moving like just a couple of centimeters to left or right, those are the important parts. Yeah, now we have like smooth animations. So make sure to really drag out those handles so that they are overlapping them. As you can see, this handle stops here and this one here, and then you get something like this, which is already looking very, very smooth. And to spice your animation up even more, I would always suggest to add motion blur. If your PC isn't that good, then I would recommend to you to just enable it at the end if you're, or when you want to render it out, because it will take up a lot of render cache and it's very hard for your PC to process. But you can just go into your transform where you made the animation, click on settings, and then check this motion blur thing. And as you can see, it already creates this motion blur, and then as we increase this value, you can see the motion blur is like um, looking better. So I'm just going to crank it up at 9, and then we can see, all right, we have this very, very smooth ball animation. So is it answering your question, Kevin?
There is another question, I guess. It says a lot of people say that DaVinci Resolve is better than Premiere Pro. What's your opinion about it? And should I switch from Adobe programs to DaVinci for YouTube content creation?
So I was already starting to talk about this at the beginning of this call, and actually something or a quote that I very, very like that I was hearing when I was still drawing. It's not about uh, all right, what's the English word for that? I don't know, but it's not about the tools, it's about the artist. So it doesn't really matter. And if you can do great projects with Adobe, and you can do amazing projects with DaVinci Resolve. They're just a couple of ups and downs for each program. So when you're working with After Effects and Premiere Pro, then the problem with that is those are disconnected apps, or like they are connected, but you can it's not like one app. The big upside from DaVinci Resolve is that it has like everything in one program, and especially for YouTube vlogs, that's can come up very handy if you, for example, just want to do some quick animations and don't want to switch your whole program into After Effects. Then you can just, yeah, go into the Fusion page real quick and switch between those little pages. But you can do amazing vlogs with Premiere Pro, you can do amazing vlogs with DaVinci Resolve. I think the biggest upside of the Adobe programs, especially with After Effects, is the very nice options for plugins for motion graphics and the very good compositing. You have also very good compositing in DaVinci Resolve, but yeah, I think if you've already learned all of the Premiere stuff or all of the Adobe stuff, then it's not that important for you to switch because there's nothing that you will like learn new. I switched from, or not, I didn't switch, but I learned After Effects after I learned DaVinci, and all of like those are like basically the same programs with a little bit of variation. But if you want to have everything in one program, DaVinci Resolve is probably your way to go. And if you've not come very far with learning the Adobe programs and just want to edit YouTube vlogs, then maybe DaVinci Resolve is the better way to go. And yeah, that's probably my answer to that question.
There's another question from Lotte. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. He
Mhm.
says, I would like to know where I can find these perfect Apple animation assets.
Um, The thing is, I create all of the animations by myself, so I'm creating all of the assets inside of DaVinci Resolve. If you mean the emojis and everything, I just download them from the internet with by just typing trash emoji PNG and then just downloading it. Um, but I need maybe a little bit of more information. What
Maybe,
exactly do
maybe,
you need?
maybe Lotte, if you'd like to ask your question live, you can join the call. Just click request.
Yes, that would be amazing. Lotte, would you like to join the call? Yeah. Okay, no. Okay,
Okay,
thank you. That
there is
was the question.
another.
Yep.
s- oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
No, no, no.
Okay. I think Krum or Krum.
Mhm.
He said it would be interesting if you could speak about macros in DaVinci. How often do you use them, and can you show some of your own ones, especially those which save you a bunch of time in Fusion, like animations?
Mhm. So I use a couple of shortcuts, and I have some of pre-saved animations. Um, but I think, all right. So something that which is not really a macro, but what is helping me a lot is I have a folder on my PC. I can um, pull it up real quick. Just give me a quick second. Fusion here, which is my Fusion workflow folder. So I know that's not really macros, but this is what helping me the most because I don't use like a lot of macros inside of Fusion, but I think I can help you with this because you are able to pre-save animations from Fusion, and especially with those node trees, this is like something which is really nice. And I think what just saves me the most of the time is, or yeah, what is saving me, yeah, most of the time, yeah,
Yeah.
is 3D is my pre-saved 3D settings. You can, for example, what I have here is the basic 3D node tree that I'm always just importing, so I don't have to every time type in image plane, merge 3D camera. So this is something I like to do. Then I have as well camera movements. I have pre-saved advanced camera movements and basic camera movements. For example, like forwards, left, right, backwards. So this is saving me as well time because then I can just, those are like pre-saved animations that I can just drag and drop. I can show you how this looks like. Then I'm just going to add this, and this is like a transform 3D node which I can plug in into my camera 3D, and then I've just this animation inside of my node tree. And yeah, I think I don't have like a lot of things that I've pre-saved. Alright, maybe alright, but something that is helping me a lot, I don't know if you know about this, but those are power bins, and those are helping me as well for DaVinci Resolve. Um, if you just click onto, I don't know if you have activated, maybe you can write in chat real quick if you know about power bins or if you want me to talk about it, because if you know, okay, you know about power
Yes,
bins,
yes.
then sorry, I have the chat as well on my left side. uh, so yeah. All right, but was that like answering a question? Because I couldn't add really much, but I'm not using like a lot of macros, a lot of pre-saved stuff, because I think, or like the most important shortcuts that I'm using to save time is just Shift Spacebar to just pull up the selection tool. But if you work with Fusion, you should know about this. And yeah, I don't like. That's basically it. I'm just working. Basically, my workflow looks like I'm always typing. So background, then I'm going to add a merge with a background, and then it's like going like this. But I don't have like a lot of macros or anything pre-saved. It just works faster actually for me, because like this, because when I have to go into my folder and search everything up, for example, or if I pre-save anything, it takes most of the time more time to just look that up than just redoing it pretty quick. Yes. I think Malte asked as well, in the beginning, your animations in the vlogs with to-dos and the other. I already talked about those animations, but if you guys want, you can just. So most of the time, you just create everything from scratch. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. So I'm just creating new Fusion comp and then do everything from scratch. You can actually create a shortcut in Fusion to import the setting files. All right, that's cool. I didn't actually know about this. That's pretty dope.
I have maybe a question. Maybe you can help me.
Mhm.
How can you create? Have you seen like those like SD card thing, futuristic SD card where like different tabs
Mhm.
show up as like in a circle way, and then you make them like move and you choose one of them, something like that.
Yes. So you can
So
do.
how
Yeah.
can you create something similar on DaVinci?
All right. So this.
Hold on, there is a question from Philip first before you start.
Yes.
He said, "What is your PC hardware? Because for the last days I worked on some 2D motion graphics, and now my DaVinci Resolve keeps crashing, and I don't know what new hardware to get."
All right. So my PC is. I can just pull up my hardware real quick. So this is my task. Wait. This is my task manager. I have actually. Wait, where can we see this? I forgot here. So I have a Ryzen 9. I have to upgrade this soon, but it's Ryzen 9 12 core. Then I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. I have an M2 SD card, or SSD card with 2 terabytes, and then I have another SSD card with one, and then I have a 4080. But this is a little bit of overkill, so you don't need that much, to be honest. You can also work with a lot less when you just go into Fusion, or if you go just in the main timeline, then go to playback, then click on timeline playback resolution and set it to quarter. Then you have just quarter of the pixels showing up in your preview, but when you render it out, you have full of the quality. But it's like easier to handle for your PC. And then you can as well activate render cache, set it to smart, and then it will pre-render everything, and you're able to look into those. But if you want to upgrade your PC, maybe you can write in your specs, and I can say what's the most important for you to upgrade.
There is another question from Latte, and then a message from Malta. So Latte says, "What's your process when you create the transition between the different animations? For example, in the video you showed in the beginning." And Malta
So yeah,
was basically saying, "Please talk again about these animations because I wasn't in the last call."
Yeah, alright. I can do this right after this. Lotte, do you mean this animation? Oh wait, what's going on actually? Why is it white down there? What happened? Alright, we're just going. Wait, what? Maybe I changed something? Huh? I have zero idea what happened here, but you mean this, right? Like this click animation and then showing up.
Yes, he meant that.
Alright, so alright, now everything works. Alright, so the thing is, this is like very different for every project because it's just a creative process and a creative workflow. What I like to do is I'm just listening to what actually the people in the videos are saying about. So this is my video, but when I do this for clients, and try to find connections which I can then visualize into animations. And what I always like to do is starting small, so and then transforming any like a small thing. In this case, this DaVinci Resolve logo to something big, which then fits the whole screen, and then make the animation on this. So yeah, I don't know actually how to answer this because this is always different for a lot of projects. So what I meant with starting something small, so here you can see uh, I have this logo, or this is After Effects right now, but this it's the same creative workflow. Here you can see this as well. I'm starting slow with this thing, and then it gets bigger, and then you can see switches between like frames. You can always take something, make it big, fit the whole screen. For example, like this here, you have this button, and then this button animation is going to activate this background, which then fits the whole screen. So you always have to or try to find different things to make a clean transition between your animations. I don't know if I could help you a little bit with that, but it's a creative process. Or what you can do as well is thinking about, all right, what's your start, what's your start animation, and what's the animation you want further on in the beginning. So, for example, I'm thinking that, all right, first it would be cool to click on the DaVinci Resolve logo, and then I think, okay, later on I have to be at this point where I have this kind of animation, and then I think, all right, how can I make a transition between those two frames, and then I'm trying to find connections or what I can move around so it look naturally. I don't know. Maybe you can. Okay, thank you. All right, perfect. Glad that I could help you.
Okay,
Uh,
can you?
yeah, Philip.
Marcus is
All right.
asking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just reading in the
Okay.
chat.
How did you edit the excavator edit, and how did you make these effects like making a dust cloud when the excavator hit the ground?
I have I have zero. Wait, what is an exact? What is that?
Excavator, yeah.
What is an excavator?
I know what is it. I just translated it right
Wait,
now.
wait. I have to look it up real quick. All right. I know what he means. All right, I can pull this up real quick. Maybe I shouldn't show all of this stuff. I'm trying to find this real quick. I hope that I still have the files. But this is like pretty simple. You can replicate this effect in any any software as well. Here, all right. I hope that it didn't break because sometimes if it's too long ago, all right. But I think it works. We have to pre-run it real quick. Oh, holy shit, something happened. Oh no, it's still working. Alright, so I think the magic mask broke. Oh no, wait, something happened for sure. I have to just make this work again. Ah, right. Wait. Aha. A lot of stuff here. Alright. Alright, no, it still works. But what's... So... You mean this, right? I think you mean this. Am I correct? Yes, alright, perfect. So, yeah, I think wait, something from the main footage broke here, but it's alright. So, maybe you can just remember. Oh wait, why is it not working? Because like this it works. Alright, so, but it's just pretty basic. So you just have to go anywhere to find assets. So in mine, you can just go to YouTube or to different websites and type in something like smoke overlays, and then you have something. Maybe okay, we can do this live. Maybe I'm just going to smoke overlay or smoke explosion overlay. mm, and then you can look for something like this, or like this, and something that I like to recommend is Production Crate. Production Crate. Oh wait, no, I have to go to Google first because it just defaulted the settings to Yahoo. I don't know why. Production Crate. So this is as well like very good, and you can find free assets on here as well. I know it already starts with this, but you can log into your account and then you have like countless free effects as well. But then you can just download any of those assets and drag it into your timeline. And then the only thing you gotta do is change the composite mode, or in this case actually, or in this case the background was already removed. But if the background isn't removed and it's just black, you just have to click on the clip, and then you have to go to composite settings and then click on screen, and yeah, then basically the background will just disappear if it's black, and you will just be able to see the foreground. And if the effect is too strong, then you can just lower the opacity. That's exactly what I did as well. And then what you maybe want to do as well is just going into your color, into your color space, and then adjust maybe the color. So for example, if we say this was like blue or something, then I could just take the colors back so it fits my composition. But that's basically it. And then if you want to make the effect happen behind something, so I don't know what's going on. What's Why is it looking like this? Ah, did I had a ah? All right, I think I found the problem. I found the imposter. Yeah, I found it. Okay, perfectly. So now it should work. Yeah, perfect. So, um, if you want, or the thing that is then going to happen is if you just place it in front, it will look like this, so not very realistic. But you want to have a part which is behind your obstacle and a part which is in front of your obstacle. And what you're going to do then is just duplicate your main clip. So in this case, this fusion composition, and make it go above one of the rings. Like those are the smoke rings that I've just imported into my composition. And then you will just go into the color space, click on color space, and then you are going to add a node to mask your main obstacle out with the magic mask. This is in the studio version of DaVinci Resolve, but you can just click on this little icon, create a new layer by clicking Alt S, so or a new node, and then this will appear, and then you can just click on those little icons, draw over your obstacle, and then click on this thing to track it into both sides, and yeah, then you have this pretty cool effect. And then maybe, I don't know if I did it here or if I pre-composed it as well, but if the speed and the duration is not like you've imagined it, or if you want to have it differently, then you just gotta wait real quick. I have to find the call because I just where's where did I place my call? What's going on? Ah, here. All right, perfect. So, all right. Yeah, if the speed is not correct, so if you want to say, all right, this is slow or you want to have it fast in the beginning, you can just click onto your clip and then click Control R on your keyboard, and then this will pop up, and then you are able to set markers. So, for example, maybe let's say, all right, I want to make this part faster and then slow it down. Then I can click on this little drop-down menu icon thing, and then click on Add Speed Point, and then just drag it out or drag it in and then you can, as you can see on this percentage numbers are changing and those are showing like the speed. So now this part is actually 182% of the normal speed, so it's faster. And if you want to have even a smoother transition, then you can just make a right click, click on retime curve, click on this button and then click on this icon and then drag it out maybe a little bit to make it even more smooth. So yeah, that's basically it. Did this answer your question? Yes,
Yes.
perfectly.
So Malto was, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. He or she is saying, please talk again about this animations because I wasn't in the last call.
Right.
I think he means, he said, I mean the animations you use in the vlogs.
Yeah. So if that's interesting for everyone, because I already just maybe type it in the chat real quick, because I already talked about this. And if most of the people already saw it, it's probably going to be boring. So maybe just give a quick feedback. But this is pretty simple as well, if you understand the basics. So yeah, if the people who are inside just can just give a quick feedback, then I can just talk about it. Mm. All right, but then I can just go over it. So, but if you have any other questions, then just let me know. So those are Aladdin, just for you. Those are my personal vlogs for my YouTube channel. Um,
Okay.
I have some people, and they are talking about this animation. So yeah, it's pretty basic animation, and I'm just going to show you what I did here. So maybe if you go into the Fusion page for the first time, everything will look overwhelming and confusing and everything. But to be honest, everything is pretty simple if you understand the basic ones or the basics ones. And everything you see here is just like here are a lot of the same nodes. You can see there are a lot of transform nodes, a lot of text nodes, a lot of merge nodes, and a lot of background nodes. And that's basically it. That's not more in this animation. And everything you have here are basically just the animations. So if you have an animation that you would like to recreate, then you have always just gotta look at what you're having there and then try to break it down into the little parts and how you can recreate it. So for example, right here we have this little background with those rounded edges, and yeah, what I did here is very basic. I had my background with the alpha opacity to 0 so that it's see-through, and then I just added another background node. I just to do this you can just press shift spacebar, type in background and then hit enter, and then you can just drag it to your background and it will instantly create a merge node. And what I did then, because when you create a background, you can see you would just have like a whole background, but we don't want that. We just want this little part. So we take a mask, a rectangle mask in this case. So you can just click on this icon or press shift spacebar again and type in rectangle and then edit. And then you can just connect this, add it to your background, and then you have your mask around your or for your background. The thing is, I can just show you real quick how to do this with something else so you know what's going on. So just add your background, then click on the mask you want. In this case, it's a rectangle. and then you just got to go into the inspector on the right hand corner and then adjust the corner radius with this slider, and then you have this corners, and then you're going to and then you're able to make them smaller or bigger. So for all of you guys, it's with the DaVinci Resolve Fusion and animations is very basic and simple, because everything you're seeing is basically just existing out of backgrounds and then masks who are cutting out those backgrounds. Because every obstacle you're seeing in the Fusion page, it's actually not an obstacle, but it's a cut out background. So you can imagine those backgrounds as like a paper, and then your masks as your scissor, which is just cutting out the exact part that you want, um, yeah, to be cut out. So that's how you create this little background thing. And then the next thing you're going to do is animate it. So just click onto your rectangle, and then you can adjust the width and the height. So in this example, I've just animated the width to just make it like go out like this. Like I said before, make sure to make those animations long to make it look smooth. And then you can just hit the spline node and take your rectangle, put it in here, and then you can click on this icon to make it big, and then you can take those handles, drag them around to make your animation look smooth. Whoop. To make your animations look smooth. Um, oh, I just deleted it. Wait. I'm gonna delete this. So, and I think I'm just going to talk about how I did one of those things, because if you understand the process once, you can recreate everything. So now you have this is basically your main node tree, and then you're just going to add, you can imagine those like layers that you put on top. Everything you can see from left to right is stacking onto each other. So the next thing I added was this details, but I'm just going to skip this, because if you understand how to animate this, yeah, this is German. It means basically like way to school. And if you actually know how to animate this, yeah, I can do everything else as well. So you can just click on the transform node. Or no, I actually made it into the merge node, which was pretty stupid, but you can just animate everything in the merge node. And then you can go to the part where you want the animation to start. So in this case, it's right here. Then you can go a couple of frames forward and then place your marker at the point where you want your animation to end. And then you can go again to the spline node on the right hand corner, take your merge node, put it in, and then make them smooth again. It's as simple as that. And the only thing that is left to do is just changing the blend mode, which is the opacity, and keyframing it so that it's just fading in. So we make the same thing, we just animate it with keyframes, start at a certain point, and then just click on the diamond icon at point 0, or like at 0.0, and then where we want our animation to finish, or make the opacity at 100, then we can just drag this all up to 1. And then we have basically this animation, and this thing is just in PNG, and this as well, and I did exactly the same thing with them. So this is basically how I did it. Do you basically understand what I did here?
Yes.
All right, perfectly.
Okay. Another last three questions, I think, I guess. Um, so I think Marcus was referring to the dust effect. He was saying, have you tried out Stretcher for speed ramping? Basically, trying out a time stretcher for these
Yep.
speed ramps.
To be honest, I didn't. I'm also like, maybe you've looked on my account, I didn't, or I wasn't like doing a lot of speed ramps, because I think it's like, yeah, it's maybe not, or if you're not at the top 1%, like time-lapse words maybe, then those videos are not that important for your clients. I just did it like I've showed you. So I just went here, pressed or did speed change, and then I was setting my speed points, make them smaller, make them wider, made them slow down, made a right click, went into retime curve, made them smoother, made them smooth out, and that's basically how I did them. And then I did like a lot of tracking to stabilize it. But yeah, so I didn't, yeah. But yeah,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
no, no, no
Um,
problem.
fl- flu, Flo
Hmm.
was, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correct, was asking, what do you charge per video?
So that is a pretty good question, but this always, or what I'm always saying my client, especially when they ask it too early, is um, I can't say this without knowing like what kind of video. I have like one price for one video because every video can be a lot different. Even a video with the same length can be a lot different based on the editing style and how complex do you want your animations to be. So what I like to do when I charge my clients um, is looking, all right, how complex are the videos that they want, how long do they want the videos to be, and then I'm going to look, okay, how, what do I think, how many hours do I need to finish this project? And especially with motion graphics, the good thing right now, if you're learning motion graphics on a high level, is you can charge a lot of money for that because like people need this because the videos are performing better and um, no one, or especially in German market, there are not a lot of people who are able to do motion graphics well. So yeah, you can't just say what do you charge per video. It really depends on what kind of video.
A
But
lot of factors comes in it.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly how it works. So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
there's not one answer to a question.
Fair enough. Philip was asking, I think he was referring to his question related to the computer, his computer. He was
Hmm.
saying, do you think an Ryzen 7 5, 5700 3D would be enough for some more complex fusion?
Um, I don't actually know how. It depends. As I don't know exactly what kind of processor it is. Um, it really depends on like what your PC has for other specs. But I mean, what I like to do is, or if you want to buy something new, I would always recommend you to just wait till you get like, or till you're able to afford like really good equipment. Um, because then you will have a lot more fun inside of DaVinci Resolve. And the other thing is that you will be a lot faster with client work, so you will be able to make more money uh, of your better equipment. So I don't actually know e- exactly what the or how good this thing right here is, but 8 cores. I mean, I have 12, and I want to upgrade my processor as well. So maybe I would wait a little bit till you are able to like afford something um, a little bit a little bit better. But if you're saying, all right, I just want to start right now, then sure, buy it. Yeah, but I think, or for me, I'm always going with like, yeah, or trying to just get the best equipment, because when you buy better equipment, it's an investment into yourself. It's also as well an investment into your own business if you have a business, um, because you can make more money out of better equipment. And I would always frame it like this if you are going to buy new equipment, especially when editing. Good equipment is like crucial.
Fair enough. Malti was asking, how did you get the bagger for the video?
So the bag is actually the excavator. I didn't get it. I was like on a video. I was on a video shoot. Um, oh, okay. Wait. Oh, I was trying to multitask. For this video, I was actually at a video shoot where they were shooting at like a construction worker kind of thing, and there was this excavator, and then I just took a couple of shots. So yeah, that's basically the story. Not something crazy.
Yeah, I don't think there is any more questions.
Yeah, Philip,
I'm
I
just
think
the
Phillips wrote something. He said, "Yeah, but right now it's like an emergency situation just to work with Fusion because with my current hardware, my PC just crashes when I do some motion graphics." All right, Philip. All right. Then the question is, or that you should ask yourself is, and I don't want to sit here just doing no video editing. All right, I can totally understand this. The question is, are you making money off video editing? Just real quick.
no.
No, okay. Um, I don't know how old you are and like what kind of income source you have. The the thing is, if you're not doing video editing for clients and it's just like a hobby, I probably would still wait for an upgrade or try to maybe edit some basic videos for people from the internet. I mean, everybody needs video editors right now to afford better equipment because you can buy this processor, I think, and your PC probably won't crash if you use it. But I think it's just way better to instantly buy better equipment that you can use for a longer time, you know? Can you say me how I can get clients? Um, all right, so getting clients. What I like to do is, oh no, I think if you want to add or get your first client, the way to go is exactly like this. First of all, you have to, of course, understand the basics of your video editing program, and then you gotta learn a skill that people really need. So, for example, right now I see that with motion graphics, everybody needs motion graphics, and uh, the least people are able to do them. So I would invest a lot of the time to actually be good at this editing skill and to outperform the rest. Because if you're outperforming the rest, then there's no doubt that you will find clients. And just with time investment, you will come a very, very long way in video editing. And the next thing I would do is then go to clients and ask them, or to people or potential clients that you would like to ask to work with, and then just go up to them. Or there are two ways. The first thing is you can just ask clients if you can make videos for free for them, or one video for free, and then if they like the video, you can work together. At first for a low price, of course, because you have zero experience, and that's the first thing I would do. So then you can just go to people, ask if they need videos, and you would like to edit for them for free to build up your portfolio, and then later on you can charge the money. And the second thing, which is working very good if you're just able to generate a couple of clicks, but if your video editing is good enough, this will probably happen. And this is just social media. I think that's exactly the same as I did. So maybe for the people who don't know, this is my
Can I?
social media. Yeah,
No, sorry. I wanted to add something
yeah.
for that question also for Philip. So in terms of like for Philip, it's definitely not worth to buy any equipment if there is no any source of income or
Hmm.
you don't get money from your skill. It happened with me back then, and I wanted to buy like really good, like really good laptop, but at that time, like like I had a few clients, but it wasn't like really enough. So, or I didn't have, sorry, I didn't have clients at that time. So I had to wait for like almost 2 years with a shitty laptop that it got the job done, you know, and the laptop was really crashing and all that stuff, but still got the job done. But I couldn't learn motion graphics or anything on that laptop. So you either need to get a job, 9 to 5 job, so you can afford that, or you work on your editing and make it good and then have some clients so you can invest that money to get better equipment. But right now, I personally wouldn't really like recommend it because it happened with me. It's just like will put yourself in a position,
Yeah.
stressful position in terms of money. honestly, it's not really worth that kind of a stress,
Yeah.
especially if you have like your own stress. In terms of like multi, in terms of like her his question,
Yeah.
um, like it really you mentioned something very good, that like you need to learn different skill next to the video editing, because right now in terms of video editing, like literally a lot of people can edit, like
Yeah.
from, and even cheaper, maybe the
Yeah.
quality is not the best, but the quality is like acceptable,
Yeah.
you know and it's really like cheap. So you need to have like different skill. So if you are to go to clients, then you need to maybe to have like some sort of maybe copywriting skill next to it, so you can help them writing the scripts that can go viral, understanding, learning social media and all that stuff. But like video editing in itself alone, it's not really like enough, unless if you are going for particular um, uh, people like Iman Gaji and all that stuff. So in this case, you have to be super super amazing in your
Yeah.
skill in order for them to hire and pay you, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000 a month or whatever, you
Yeah,
know
sure. Exactly.
so and also if you like want to get the clients, so you need to understand um, who is your target audience, so what is your niche, because it depends on where you are going to get them. Back then, when I wanted to target, when I got my first client or second client, literally I was just prospecting on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
That's for me, because the people that I was targeting, mainly they are on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
So if you are, let's I don't know, if you're, let's say if you are going for um, sports, sports or gym or fitness, whatever. So I don't think you will find them on LinkedIn. You will find them on Instagram or TikTok. So you need to identify who you want to target, and based on that, you will know where potentially you can find these people. So instead of spreading all your attention on like 5 different platforms and trying to send them, I don't know, 200 messages a day, divided into 5 platforms or 4 platforms, you can just like focus on who are you gonna target, and then potentially where they can be, on which platform, and you just focus on that platform
Yeah. And
and get the
something I
most
want,
out of it.
yeah, that's 100% right. And what I want to add as well, because I think Marco said that he asked, or Malta, I don't know who it was, but
Yeah,
someone,
Malte asked
he
some
said,
YouTubers.
yes, you asked some YouTubers, but the thing is, most of the small YouTubers are broke because they make no money out of their YouTube. So you always
Exactly.
have to find a targeted audience which is actually making money and which are able to pay you a lot of a lot of a lot of money for your editing skills. Because and the thing is, people with more money will be way chill or way more chill clients than people who have no money, because they are not
Pain
the
in,
money is not that important for them. So and they will charge, they will give you more money, and they will not be like very annoying clients. So to find a targeted audience who have enough money to actually pay you. Small YouTubers don't have money to pay you. And small YouTubers are doing YouTube probably to um, I can say that for everyone, but small YouTubers are probably making YouTube because it's their hobby, so they are also editing their own YouTube videos as well. And you won't make any money of that. You want to find people who will pay for the videos. And what you said, Aladdin, before with the thing is that just video editing, and you need a different skill. I think that's right, but what you are able to do as well is just being really, really, really good at your craft, because there are a lot of people right now in the not in the Vinci Resolve, but in the video editing space, who are just mid-level to low level. There are a lot of video editors. There are like thousands in the moment, and there are a lot of video editors who are doing really, really cheap stuff. But there's almost no one who can do like high quality stuff, who can do like stuff which is like really sticking out of the mass, which is like people are looking always, or people who want to um, people who will give you a lot of money, they want like extraordinary stuff. And if you are the guy who is able to deliver them, you will have a lot of clients, because right now there aren't like a lot of people who are like crazy good at their works. Um, so what I would recommend you is like what Aladdin said, just learn something and then connect
That's
this offer.
learn that, learn a skill or two that complements the video editing, not going against it, so like your brain doesn't go like this. you
Yeah,
know that's what I mean. That's the most
yeah,
important thing.
sure.
And I agree with you about the being good at your craft, or like so exceptional at your craft. But once you are exceptional at your craft, then you basically one of those people edit for Iman Gaji, Mr. Beast, and all those
Yeah,
people. So you don't like really need to learn maybe different skill or whatever.
yeah, exactly. That's
But
sorry.
so no, sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's exactly what, like, for example, what I'm trying to do right now. I don't know. This is my latest project. You can just I'm just going to play it real quick, so you can get an image what I'm like doing right now for stuff. So that's like I really try to be exceptional at my craft and try to make everything look as good as I can. And then I post it on social media. And trust me, guys, social media is like such a powerful weapon, especially a personal brand these days. Like I have maybe like 150 requests. I just who are just coming from social media because they see you doing exceptional stuff. And if you're sticking out of the mass, you will get like a lot of clients. So really focus on being amazing at your craft. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think we got a lot of
Um,
questions. Not questions, but a lot
yeah.
of.
I hope you have some time, or you're busy
Yeah,
right now.
sure,
So
sure, sure, sure.
sure. Okay. Lotte was asking question. Do you have like a favorite YouTuber you could recommend to learn motion graphics in DaVinci?
Um, I don't have like a favorite YouTuber, but what I'm always or what I always did in the beginning was like looking up different editing styles and how to do them in DaVinci Resolve. So for example, um, if we type in just Iman Ghazi DaVinci Resolve editing style, you will see like a bunch of videos are popping up. Those are maybe like a little bit older videos, so the video maybe like this looks all right, but it doesn't look like exceptional these days. It's already like 1 year old, so you can see the industry is moving very, very, very fast. But the thing is with those tutorials, you're not trying to copy, or you're just trying to learn the basics to then be able to do it yourself and to like create your own style. Um, and I think those videos are like perfectly for this. So if we click on this, you can see, oh, I need an ad blocker. This is like horrible. But like you can see, he's creating node trees and he's explaining everything, how everything is working in Fusion. And I think that's the most important thing. Just um, just um, look up editing styles, and then uh, learn the basics, and then create a style on your own. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, Philip was saying, yeah, that's the reason because I don't want to buy too expensive stuff, and I just want. I think he means just want some basic stuff to practice, and get some client in, and then buy some better hardware.
So what I would,
Lotto,
yeah. So what I
go
would
ahead. Sorry, sorry.
yeah, what I would recommend is, I don't know, but maybe Philip, it sounds a little bit like you're a little bit younger, I think, because you said you didn't do this as a job. But if you have like because if you're not doing this like as a job, or if you're still going to school, um, I would just recommend you get like in Germany it's called 512 euro job. Um, do this for like 3 months, then you have 1,005, or 4 months, then you have 2,000 euros, and with that you can buy a MacBook with 32 gigabytes of RAM, and then you're good to go. So I would probably do this rather than um, starting out with cheap equipment.
He's
Yeah,
19, by the way.
he's 19, all right.
Yeah. Okay, Lotte was asking what would be a good niche for an editor these days?
I think this really depends on the market you're on. I know that lots is German, but I think it really depends on which country you're from or which country you're based in. In Germany right now, what is or what everybody is in need is those motion graphics, and then you can just or what I'm like trying to do right now is doing website videos, VSLs, and funnel videos because this is something that always needs high quality videos or high quality edits so that the people are getting represented well in those funnels, and they have a lot of budget for it because those are like one time or two time projects, so they can pay you a lot of money. And I think especially in Germany right now everybody needs high production motion graphics. No one is actually really to execute them, or I know six editors maybe who are, or seven who are able to do like really great motion graphics for like businesses as well. Yeah, so I think VSLs and funnels, and then you can go to like coaches, social media marketing agencies, everything like this. Everybody where you're thinking they are making more than 20 or 30,000 euros a month, they will have the budget to pay you 1 or 2,000 euros for one video. So yeah,
And also want to add to this, like, I wouldn't like say there is nothing really something called really a good niche, but it's more of like, do you understand that particular niche that you go for it, because at the end, for example, if I'm gonna go and talk to someone who's an entrepreneur, so he kind of expect me, if I am into that niche, then he kind of expects me to speak his own language, you know
yeah,
or for example, if I'm gonna talk, or I'm trying to find a sales guy, who wants to build his personal brand, so he expects me to talk about some sales terminologies, to show that I understand his niche.
yeah,
So you gotta understand the niche that you are gonna pick, or you are good at, you know and then, so you when you target those clients in that niche, so when you have a call with them, you will speak their language
yeah.
in that niche. So it's not really about a good niche, it's more of like, you pick a niche and you gotta understand it, you gotta study it.
Yeah. So I talked recently um, to a guy who's actually making um, like mid six figures a month with his agency, and he gave me a pro tip, which is like asking um, in what kind of coaching the peoples are, because then you can always find out, or like this is connected to what you were saying, then you can find out what kind of personalities they are. In Germany, we have, for example, we have sales hacks, we have Baulig coaching, and those are like, for example, if you know they're from the Baulig coaching, then you know they're like have this very masculine mindset, and then you know how to talk to them. You always gotta try to connect to your clients, and what I always found what was working very nice is just trying to connect with them, not just on a business level, but also on like a personal level, because then people will be way more willing to spend money on you. And a thing with sales, all right, we are just this this is just like a sales call right now. But a thing with sales, the best tip and the only tip that you probably need is just let the other guy talk for as long as possible, and let and that you aren't talking the whole time, because just ask the other guy a lot of questions, just let them speak, because when people talk, and especially talk about themselves, they like how the conversation is going. It's like a psychological effect, and it works very well. It worked on so many clients. And the thing with a personal brand is as well, or what with personal brand is like perfectly for, all of the leads that you're getting are hot as hell. I have like a funnel where I have all of my leads, and all of the leads in this funnel already want to work with me together because they saw my videos, and this is like a game changer. This works like perfectly. So if you want to get clients, I would recommend you start a personal brand. Um, especially when you have a couple of nice projects. And if you're a little bit outstanding, then go for social media. This is the way to
Absolutely.
go.
Marcus is asking, did you register a business and is it easy to do that under 18?
Yeah, so this really depends again, like yeah, and it really depends on the country you're based in. In Germany, it's very difficult in comparison to, for example, the USA, because here you can do it on two ways. The first way is your parents are registering a business, or like the first way is you're not earning more than 512 euros a month, and then nothing will happen because I think you can earn up to 10 grand or 11 grand in the moment without paying taxes so that people won't care about you. Um, so this is something you can do. Next thing is you can ask your parents if they can apply for, uh, if they can apply, then you would just run over your business. The problem is if your parents are entrepreneurs by themselves and they're making like decent amount of money, you will have to pay the same taxes as them. And the third thing is to do, you can go to like family court in Germany, and then yeah, but it's all a mess in Germany, so yeah.
Okay. Lotto's asking, are the videos you sharing on Instagram client project or are they projects you doing for yourself?
Most of the projects. Oh, I have to look it up real quick. Right. So most of the projects are client projects. Yeah, actually, all of the projects are client projects. This is a client. No, this wasn't a client project actually. This was a client project. 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 This. Yeah, actually, most of them are client projects. Because um, the good thing is, you obviously have always to ask the people if you can post the videos. But the nice thing with this is um, you will spend more time in your animations for your clients to make them stand out because you are getting paid and you will post them on social media, and if the videos look better they will perform better on social media, so you have as well a different source of motivation to make like exceptional edits, and this will represent, or this will be, or people will be able to see that based on your social media posts. um, and yeah, so I'm just posting a lot of client projects, yeah.
Okay. Tim is asking, how do you make a bounce animation?
So the thing with this is, I could explain to you this the very long way, um, because you can do this by just doing it manually. But there's actually, um, oh no, not here. All right, there's actually a plugin for that. I have to look up real quick what it's called again because I've just used it once or two times in DaVinci Resolve. Uh, But this is such an amazing plugin. It's like the bounce plugin from After Effects just for DaVinci Resolve. Uh, 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 uh. I think I'll send me it. Here. It's called Motion Paul, and you can just download it from this video that I'm just going to put in the group. And you can just, and if you just watch a tutorial on how to use it, um, then you have like I can just here. Then you have those pre-saved animations. I didn't use it for a long time, so I forgot how to activate it because it's a little bit complicated. You have to click one or two things. But then you can see ease and out bounds, ease in and out bounds. So you have a couple of pre-made curved animations that you're able to use. And yeah, just download this plugin and use it. It's very amazing. You can make good bounce animations with it.
Awesome. Uh, Malte is asking, can you visit my own clothing store? I can send you a link.
Uh, like really depends on what you want. Like I don't know. I think it's maybe not the perfect timing in this call. Or what do you want from what do you want from the call? From what do you want from me with the clothing store? clothing store. I'm sorry, a little
Like,
bit
what do you
tired.
want him to what do you want to evaluate exactly? What do you
Yeah.
need?
Hmm.
Mm. Yeah, he's in the link.
Uh, I'm just going to open it real quick in a different tab.
Sure.
Opening soon. So yeah, nothing's on there. All right. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, he just gave all of us the password.
The password is trivial.
I'm just okay. Um, I'm just going to log in myself. But what do you want us to do? We like wait. We can't log in. We have to like, or do we have to send the email? Okay. We can just log in. No, but then we have to log in with the Shopify account.
He says
Only.
only assessment.
Yeah, I don't think maybe this is not the correct call for this. Maybe just follow me on Instagram, then I can maybe give you a quick feedback. But yeah, is there any other DaVinci Resolve based questions? Because I think we already had like an amazing call.
Yep.
And if you still need something, just let me know real quick. But if not, then I think we are finished for today.
Thank you very much, Lotu. I think that's all.
All right, perfect. Then, um, I was very glad that all of you came. It was very nice talking to you. It was very nice answering your question. Thank you for your moderation, Aladdin. It was very nice.
You're
By the
welcome.
way, very
Thank
nice
you.
name.
Thank you.
I really like it. Um, and yeah, then I would say let's see each other again in the next live call. Goodbye.
See you guys.
Alright, so I
That
just
was
stopped the live stream.
no worries.